Hi, I'm Steve and this is my Mark 1 Ford Consul. In this video I will be replacing the rubber suspension bushes with polyurethane poly bushes, and there's a company that makes these called Superflex, and they make bushes for all sorts of cars, all different types of cars, and they give a better ride apparently, and they last longer. So the way I was thinking is that it's a no-brainer. I might as well just do the whole car with poly bushes. So I will be removing the old rubber ones, and then I'll be jiggling it around trying to get the new bushes in, which is easier said than done. Been a long time since the weight's been off them axle stands. Ow. Maybe I have to take the axle stands off before I let it down. Yeah, the axle stands are tight, so I'm going to unbolt them from the top. Okay, can't even get the pin out. Don't know what's happened here. Right, that's all gone tight as well. Strange. It's rusted. I don't know what it is. All the aluminium sandblasting grit's got in there. It's made it tight. Oh, gotcha. Right, I must have sandblasted that, or did it with a wire wheel before I put it on, knowing that I would get this in the future. So I expected that to be red rust, so that's happy. I can just paint that by hand with a brush, or maybe even spray a little bit, I don't know yet. So yeah, I'm happy with that. No rust, that's the idea. Well, I finally got all the four wheels on this car, and it's fitted with my easy parking system. Four homemade skates. Well, you can see how long this has been since this engine bay saw the light of day. It's been covered up for years and years and years. It's funny how when you haven't got access to engineering machines anymore, you change the way that you work. If I was at work, I would have made something to go up here and clamp on there, make it nice and tight. Instead, I've come up with this. Unfortunately, it doesn't stop it doing this action, but I'm relying on the skates on the rear wheels. They've all got four locks on them, and I can't push the car backwards and forwards at all. It's absolutely fixed. So I'm gonna try that, see how it goes. Okay, I did the same on the other side. Put the other axle stand on. I've raised it, took the skates off, and my trolley jack is 1/2 inch below the cross member now, so all the weight is on here. So now I'm just going to see how safe it is by doing. Now I'm putting all my weight on that. That is not moving anything at all. That is really solid. Always amazed by how solid these cars are. So now I'm confident I can lay under there with no suspension on, and it's all nice and safe. This car's been standing so long. There's a thick layer of dust all the way over it. The only way to do it is to get it off with this brush. Well, I've just fitted new poly bushes to this anti-roll bar bracket, and it's not very good at all. As you can see, that there, it's just moving from side to side compared to the original one, which isn't moving at all. Now the original one has got these rubber bushes in it, and they're new bushes, so it's never been driven on. So this is how it should be, but for some reason there's a difference here. Okay, I've been measuring these bushes, and what I found is that the width of the head on the poly bush is not so wide as the rubber bushes, and that's what's causing the problem. The actual stainless steel tube, this stainless steel tube, is the same width as the steel inserts of these, so that is the same. So that's not the problem, it's the actual poly bush is the problem. Now as you can see, that's got the new stainless steel bush in it, and these are the rubber ones, and they fit in there. They're correctly fitted in there. But when I try the poly bushes in there, they actually move up and down. They move up and down, there's clearance there. Now I could shorten this stainless steel sleeve to make it clamp up. The problem with that is that the nut will go in further, and also it affects the position of this on the cast. So what it'll mean is, because these heads are narrow, it will mean that these brackets will be further apart, and that will affect the way that this clamps on here, because there's two flats on here that the U-boats have got to locate on them two flats to get the correct position. So I've been looking around and I found 4 of these washers. They're 1/8 of an inch wide, and they are a little bit wider than this original head, but it packs the head out, so they're about the same. So I've tried it on there and it all seems to work well. A bit more. Okay, that's lined up now, and it's clamping the tube okay, clamping the washers, and that is good. So now that will hopefully that will line up here. Yeah, I can see that is lining up with the flat. If I didn't put the washer on this side, then this would be stretched round all the time at an angle, which isn't the way it's designed to do. So my next thing is to take the outer track control arm bushes out and replace those. This is the adjustable end of the anti-roll bar, and it threads on that way onto the roll bar, and this is the stainless steel tube that came with the poly bushes, and this needs to be a nice fit on here, because it's not actually clamped at all with the nut that goes on here. So what I'm going to do, well, I've just done it. I just polished it a little bit with this emery cloth to make it a little bit easier. And I'm just going to put that on, but it doesn't want to be really tight. I think it is. So that's going on nice. So then I can use this tab washer just to finally knock it on. That's it. That's a nice fit on there, and I can get it off with a screwdriver if I ever need to get that off again. So that's that done. I've put those sleeves on both sides now. Now I'm going to position them on here because this is adjustable. It screws on like that. Now in the book it says the end of this adjuster should be between 5/8 of an inch and 3/4 of an inch. So that's 11/16. So I will set it to 11/16 like that, and then that slot lines up with the keyway in the shaft, and that goes on there like that, and that clamps. Actually, that is actually clamping. It is actually touching there, but it's probably not, doesn't clamp it like the others.